First Covenant Foundation is proud to present the Rainbow Covenant with Dr. Michael Dallin. We'll explore the Noahide movement and its connection to Israel and the Jewish people. For information, online, rainbowcovenant.org, firstcovenant.com, or call 1-313-891-1920. Okay, we're very pleased this morning to have Reverend Jack Saunders on the show with us this morning. How are you this morning, Reverend Saunders? How are you doing?
Just fine. Hope everything's well with you guys up there.
Nice to have you with us. Okay, I have the Rainbow Covenant right in front of me, Torah and the 7 universal laws. Can you tell us why people should follow the Noahide system? What will that do for Jew and non-Jew alike?
Well, actually, what happens is that you have an orderly system for all civilizations. It doesn't do away the culture of people, but it puts people in the perspective of a universal idea of governing at least a system of morality within those cultures. And I really think that for the Jewish people and the non-Jew, by the way, that if they've ever come to the realization, the greatness of this dynamic book that they have, which we, of course, refer to as the Torah, and realize the greatness of the laws that are within it, and how that these laws, of course, were given by God at Mount Sinai to establish civilizations. If you look at modern civilizations, I mean, the ones that, at least in the last few years, well, the last several thousand years, let's say, these civilizations that followed these moral laws were the civilizations that have abounded and done really well. So, you know, history just points to the fact that if you have civilizations that would apply themselves to these laws, and by the way, most of these laws can be found out logically. In fact, all the logical laws that are found within the context of the Torah are also applicable for the non-Jew. So it basically it brings people together. It gives us a common ground that we can actually communicate on. And not only communicate, but actually have some kind of civilized humanity, and it promotes that idea constantly.
Reverend Saunders, how do you feel about the fact that so many Christian groups ultimately want to convert Jews to Christianity? Even those that say, we support Israel, we're with you for Israel, but somewhere under that, there is this need, just like, the Catholic Church, they all want to convert Jews to Christianity. The Jews were here first. Everything comes out of the Judeo-Christian religion. Why does this continue? Why can't they just leave the Jews alone?
Well, it comes down to the fact, though, that you have within religious societies, we know that Christianity sprang out of Judaism. We know, for example, that even the Muslim religion sprang out of Judaism. There are many, many comparative texts within the Quran and also within the texts of the so-called New Testament that speak very boldly of the context of the Tanakh, the Judaic Bible. And what happens is that you have these two new religions that came on the scene pretty early. Christianity, of course, about 2,000 years old, and I think the Muslims are about 1,400 years old, somewhere around there. And each one of these are vying for the truth. Seemingly everybody has the truth. And this is the idea that the Christians have, that they have the absolute truth. This person that they have made into a man-God type figure, they want to share with the whole world. And of course this is diametrically opposed to the context of the Torah and to the people of Israel. It seems ironic in some way that you have the people that came on later trying to convert the previous people, which actually gave all these ideas to the world. So it continues to be a daunting task for the people of Israel to not only stand up for the Torah, but to look at these newer religions that came along and say to them that we have the truth, and all you guys is all you have is distorted truths, something that you have taken out of the context of our book and distorted those ideas.
Well, you know, Jack, I never really understand how people can worship a Jewish God, what they consider a Jewish God, and yet continue to hate Jews and commit anti-Semitism. It doesn't make any sense to me. And as a non-Jew, how did you connect yourself to the Noahide system and to the Jews, basically?
Well, you know, it's really amazing among, we'll say, Protestant Christianity. Among Protestants, they have certain theological ideas that tend to bring them closer to the people of Israel. It's kind of amazing, but people that, and I'm probably going to use terms that maybe some of your audience would understand, but probably not you, but there are groups within the Protestants, and I would say mostly evangelical Christians, that refer to themselves as being pre-trib, pre-millennial. And if you take these positions, this is a position that says that Israel has not been done away with. In other words, they do not have an idea of replacement theology where, you know, the church has become the replacement for Israel. But what they do see is they see Israel kind of sitting on the sideline at this moment. And that eventually that Israel is going to be back in the game. So for these people, they see Israel still viable, maybe, you know, like I said, just sitting on the sideline waiting. But eventually, all these groups that even hold this view say that, well, Israel is eventually going to come back into the game, but they're also eventually all going to believe in the Jesus character also. So,
well, you know, you can believe in whatever you want as long as you respect and do not do violence to anyone else. I'm really sorry, but we're totally out of time, Reverend Saunders, but I hope that we'll talk again and we'll continue on this line. I know you have so much to offer to our community, and also the Rainbow Covenant, Torah, and the 7 Universal Laws. We'll give you the website address so you can buy a copy of this book. Thank you very much, Reverend Saunders. Talk to you soon again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The Rainbow Covenant with Dr. Michael Dowland has been made possible by First Covenant Foundation. Online, rainbowcovenant.org, firstcovenant.com, or call 1-313-891-1920.